Hi, my name is Tom, and today I'll be talking about consequentialism. Here's a short cartoon to get us started. Here there's a lady taking a photo of a screaming child, and she says, "Done. We have the perfect picture for the Against Child Abuse campaign. ... Then she turns to her friend and says, "And you were saying not to use the pepper spray." So what is consequentialism? Well, essentially, it's where we judge actions by their actual or likely consequences. Various versions exist of consequentialism, but all attempt to maximize something which is considered good. A great advantage of these theories is that they are theoretically fairly straightforward, and they can also account for the context of actions. One of the disadvantages of consequentialism is that it is called alienating or impersonal, and this is because the happiness of an individual, be it your mother, your brother, a friend, or a family member, can have no extra weighting than that of a mere stranger. What's more, consequentialist theories rely on an ideal observer to tell us what is going to increase the overall good. However, there is no ideal observer. All observers are going to be biased, so we can never know absolutely that our action is going to result in the maximized good. In most consequentialist theories, motives are also irrelevant. In other words, as long as the overall good is increased, it doesn't matter what your intention was. Consequentialist theories also ignore intuitive values such as human rights. What's more is that we can't predict all possible consequences of an event, and therefore we could mean well, but in consequence, have a negative effect. There are many different types of consequentialism, and I've listed some of them here, but there are many, many more. Possibly the most well-known form of consequentialism is utilitarianism. Utilitarianism aims to maximize pleasure. A slightly different version of utilitarianism is rule utilitarianism, and this attempts to combine deontology and consequentialism in a single ethical system. In this system, we follow rules which generally lead to the maximization of pleasure, although we accept the fact that we'll sometimes be wrong and this generalization will still be followed. However, this system attracts some of the same criticism as deontology, in that it doesn't provide the context to a lot of situations, and where the specific situation requires a different ethical solution. This is where two-level utilitarianism comes in. And in this system, we attempt to follow utilitarianism generally, but where we are unable to do so because of some sort of time constraint or other reason, we fall back on rule utilitarianism. Another form of consequentialism is state consequentialism, and this is a more community-centered consequentialism, where our actions should benefit the state or the community around us. Yet another type of consequentialism is ethical egoism. Ethical egoism says that we should maximize only our personal pleasure or enjoyment, or in other words, we should only aim to benefit ourselves, and all positive, negative, or neutral effects on others is irrelevant to whether the action is moral or not. In this sense, ethical egoism is like a personal hedonism. Oppositely, ethical altruism aims to benefit others solely, and the effect on yourself as the actor or agent is irrelevant. Now let's look at consequentialism in practice. Lying is only bad if it results in something bad. If it results in something good, for example, it might avoid violence or injury of a person, then lying would be the moral choice. Let's now consider the morality of suicide in this theory. Because suicide generally affects others in a significant and negative way, specifically our family and friends, and on top of that, if we commit suicide we won't be able to continue contributing to our society, we can probably think of suicide as generally immoral. However, in egoism, or where someone is likely to die soon but suffer greatly, suicide could be considered moral. Let's now consider laziness. Being generally unproductive or not contributing positively to society would be considered immoral in consequentialism due to the opportunity cost of not doing something good. So, in summary, consequentialism is a results-based ethical system whereby the ends justify the means. Various iterations of consequentialism exist, however, all aim to increase in overall good. Consequentialism strongly differs to other normative theories in its exclusive focus on the results of actions and its disregard for the inherent morality of those actions, if one believes there is any.